Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Fantom price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Fantom chart, which at the time of this recording has continued to hold above a key area of support at around the $0.5 mark. We have also lost the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as resistance. We have also made a peak at around the $0.6 mark, and that is after seeing a breakout out of a chart pattern that we had in formation over here, which is a double bottom, whose target areas at around the $0.58 mark we have fully maximized, and that chart pattern was formed after we fully maximized our target areas to the lower side in the formation of these larger Elliot wave count 2, and I believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of a massive bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 3. And before I get further into the technical analysis and also give you my next price targets here on the Fantom chart, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership, and allow me to continue with the video here on the 4-hour chart by first giving you a quick recap of what has been happening, where you can see that after making our lower low at around the $0.16 mark, we started this massive bounce to the upside of being the Elliot wave structures, where we saw the formation of that wave 1. Then we saw this ABC corrective structure fully maximizing our target areas to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2, and after seeing the low of that wave 2, we started this massive bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, giving us a peak at around the $0.3575 mark. Then we saw the formation of that wave 4. Then we started this massive bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 5 in a move that gave us a peak at around the $0.657 mark. And after seeing the formation of this 5-wave structure to the upside right here in red, making its peak at around the $0.657 mark, we completed an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upside of this Elliot wave structure right here in yellow. And after seeing the formation of a larger Elliot wave count 1, whatever we expected next is a corrective structure in the formation of a larger Elliot wave count 2, and using the Fibonacci's connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gives me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, then the fib level 0.5, which lies between the $0.4697 mark and the $0.412 mark. And you can see we retraced into that target area down here, fully maximized that target area by making a low at around the $0.41 mark, and after making that low, we started this bounce to the upside in a move that has now given us a peak at around the $0.6 mark in what I'm terming as the start of that wave 3 to the upside, and sketching out minimum target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.2115 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do. And because a wave 3 to the upside is an impulsive wave, I'm also expecting to see a 5-wave structure in formation within the formation of that wave 3, having the wave 5 of the fractal wave fully maximizing our target areas at around the $1.21 mark. And I believe we are seeing such a movement here on the Fantom chart. And zooming in so that I can give you the fractal wave that is in formation within the formation of that larger Elliot wave count 3, and also give you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out over here, you can see that after making our low at around the $0.41 mark, we started this massive bounce to the upside, making a peak at around the $0.6 mark in what I'm terming as the high for that first wave to the upside. So I'm terming that as the high for that wave 1, and after seeing the high for that wave 1, whatever we expect next is a corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2, then expect a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then our wave 5 to fully maximize our target areas to the upside in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, and sketching out minimum target areas to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2, which I believe is still playing out by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1. That gives me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts, which lies between the $0.5066 mark and the $0.4843 mark, and it is within this red target area that I'm expecting to see the low for this second wave to the lower side. And once the low for that second wave is in, then we can expect a massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. And before the wave 3 continues to unfold and it plays out, we need to continue holding within this red target area for us to say that this is a valid second wave to the lower side. And in case we lose the fib level 0.5, then we can extend our target area back to the fib level 0.78, which is at around the $0.45 to $7 mark. So that is the minimum that we can expect Fantom to do and continue holding within for us to expect that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. So the two possible scenarios that I'm expecting over here, the first one is that you can see we saw some formation of a long wick within the within this red target area, meaning there are chances that that might have given us the low for that second wave to the lower side, and that low is at around the $0.5 mark. And there are chances that in case that is the low, then soon we are going to start that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. And for that move to also play out, I'm expecting to see a break above the 20-day MA, continue pushing even higher, manage to break above the wave 1 high at around the $0.6 mark, then continue pushing even higher to fully maximize my target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. And assuming that the low is in the formation of that wave 2, I can have a target area in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.8 mark. Then we can expect a wave 4, then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. But since we are holding below the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart and it's acting as resistance at the moment, then we also need to have in mind that there are chances that we might continue seeing we might see one more leg down to fully maximize our target area here in the formation of this wave 2. And for that to happen, we need to continue watching the next key area of support at around the $0.5 mark, because in case that move plays out and we get to the next key area of support at around the $0.5 mark, in case we lose it, then there are chances of fully maximizing our target area. And once we fully maximize it, then we can be able to say that the low for that second wave is in. Then we can sketch out new target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. So those are the two possible scenarios, and I think Fantom on the long term is a long term buy, but at the short term scenarios, there are chances of seeing one more leg down in the formation of this wave 2, and that is what I wanted to prepare you for here on the Fantom chart. And before I give you the long-term scenarios, we can first take a look at the indicators, where on the RSI you can see we are trading at around the 41 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to fully support higher prices in the formation of that wave 3, assuming the low is in, and also supports one more leg down in the formation of that wave 2. Also taking a look at the MACD, we have been able to print a bearish cross, fully supporting one more leg down in the formation of that wave 2 before we can expect that bounce to the upside. And jumping to the daily charts to give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, basing it on the Elliot structures, you can see that Fantom, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw this massive bounce to the upside, seeing the all-time high at around the $3.5 mark in what I'm terming as that first wave to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we had been seeing lower prices in this ABC corrective structure in a move that gave us a low at around the $0.16 mark in what I'm terming as the low for that wave 2. And after seeing the low for that second wave, on the long-term scenarios, I'm expecting a massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, having minimum target areas at around the 1.618 fib level, and that is at around the $5.73952 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do. Then also expect a 5-wave structure in formation within that wave 3, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our target areas in the formation of that wave 3. So that is what I'm expecting here on the short-term scenarios and also on the long-term scenarios, and let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.